Palestine. It's a big holy land area. All religions live here and have memories. Christian, Muslims, Jewish, everybody. And we consider this peace land. First of all, live Canaanites, and then there is Romanis. A long time ago, it used to be a grape all around this area. Then they turned to olives. I remember when we young, when we go to the olive trees, it's a big holiday to small kids because we go there and we play in the ground there. We used to gather some olives and take it to the store, and here instead of money, we exchange olives for candies. It's a big holiday to us. Olive harvest is meaning a lot for me. It's meaning life. If you have olives, that's mean you have food to stay alive. We spend so many time with this tree. Some trees, maybe more than 1,000 years old. So my grandfather saved this tree. To me, it's like a memory before, now, and future. Nobody can tell this is mine if you go to the history. Nobody. No Muslims, no Christians, no Jewish, nobody. Everybody lives here. Every people comes here to this land, try hard to control everything. This is when the peace is gone. And this is what we face today. Peace is gone. You cannot find peace in this land anymore. Because some people, I don't know where they're from, but they tell us stories like 3,000 years ago, God tell us we own this land, you have to go out.
Everybody go away now. Now go away, okay? Go away.
When I see some people, attacking this tree and cutting it and destroy it, it's like killing us. It's like taking a part of me. It's a good part of me. Before, like, let's say 10 years ago, we used to go to our land and reach our land wherever it is. But nobody will bother us. Nobody will stop us and ask him a question. 8 years, 9 years ago, they start asking questions. It's like, where are you going? And sometimes they tell us you have to get a permission for that. They start changing little bit by little, And this keep going until October 7. After October 7, they shut down everything. We cannot go out, we cannot reach our land, we cannot gather olives, we cannot do anything. So many rules, new rules. Everything's become very complicated. If we're gonna go from city to city, if we're gonna go from village to village. Sometime in my village, I cannot go to my sister's house because some control point here or there, and so much army is here and there. And they say we are in the war, but we are not in war. And the big difference, and what makes very worse, is the settlers attacks. It's like before settlers were engaged and they opened the cage. And they come to us, they attack everything belong to Palestinians. Lives, cars, homes, trees, land, everything.
Give it to us. Give it to us.
When you find out they're supported by the government. Government is doing this by the settlers. Even now, we don't really realize who's settlers and who's army. It's when we see some armies, they are settlers in uniform. You know, they act like settlers. We are in the middle of something we lost completely, and we trying to find the solution, and we cannot find the solution. We have no power to find the solution. Future for the West Bank, it's very darkness. As long as this government is controlling by like Benjamin Netanyahu or Smotrich, Ben Gvir, they're completely sick. They are not belong to head of the government. They belong in jail. This is the right place for them, in jail. So when this people is controlling this government, there is no peace, no hope. I hope this government will change. Somebody will come who can make peace with other people. We're looking for peace. We're trying to live in peace. But the action we see on the ground from the Israelis government, and people are, tired. We're tired. But when we see some people like you, some people in Europe or in America or anybody or anywhere, when they see free Palestine, that will give us a light in this darkness.